Hey guys, DeweyFin21 here, and let's see. We are on episode 4 of Megaforce, Stranger Ranger. Okay, yeah. The plot of the episode is that there's an alien attack, naturally, and, there's a guy saying he's the Red Ranger, which, if this were any other season, he'd probably become the Sixth Ranger. But since I've heard from people and places that the Sixth Ranger this season is a robot, and that guy probably wasn't a robot, I'm just guessing there. Unless he turns out to be a robot, which that would be a pretty cool twist. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So the episode begins with Troy dreaming about the whole thing, the reason everybody wants to see this season. The whole every team getting together and fighting the big war, which I know it's Ghost Sager that they're doing right now, which didn't have the team ups, and Gokaiger was the one with the team ups, or maybe it was the other way around. Either way, the one that has the team ups is the Sentai they're not doing right now. But if Megaforce is just going to be the 20 episodes that I've seen it is, and they're not going to have a second season of Megaforce. They might have it, maybe Megaforce. That'd be. Anyways, let's see. There's then after Troy dreams about the legend, or he the monsters, the alien insects things. They talk about how strategy didn't work last time, and oh, 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 yeah, there. Now my computer won't die on me. And how they tried strategy last episode, which didn't work, which that's more continuity than we usually get, so hey, I'll take it. And then this episode, the monster's just gonna fight fast and hard. And then Troy meets up with Emma, and they see the guy saying he's the Red Ranger and stuff. And then Troy puts the recyclables away for Emma because I guess he just wants to get away or something. He needs to think about how they're going to defeat Creepox and the other aliens. And then he comes up with the training sim, but, and when I say there's a training sim, I mean, like, it's meant to train, but really, you can't train if the first time you do it, you're pretty much perfect. Because in this episode, it's like, you have to train to sense things. But nobody messes up in the entire episode except for Jordan. Jordan is the guy who pretended to be the ranger. Like, he followed them to the training place, and none of the rangers failed. None of them failed, even though it's a training thing. So obviously, you think like they'd get hit like once or twice, and then they'd correct themselves and fix it. But no, they did it perfect the first time, which probably should make it harder. Because I mean, when they were doing it, it seemed like they were staying still. But then when he made it do it for them, or maybe we were seeing it the way the Rangers were seeing it. I don't know. Were they moving the whole time? Because they were moving when Jordan did it, but when the Rangers did it, they seemed to be standing still. I don't know if they wanted us to see what the Rangers saw and then what it actually was, but either way, it just looked like they were being jerks to him or something. Anyways, that's later in the episode. And then there's the fight, then he, yeah, no, Troy trains for that, and then the other Rangers come to Ernie's and see that Jordan is telling everybody he's the Red Ranger, and then they get a call that they have to go, and then Jordan has to, and then they'll see whether Jordan actually goes or not for the monster thing, and then he actually does go, and so the Rangers have to protect Jordan as he fights, and then, yeah, and he keeps reappearing near the monsters, even though there is literally nobody else there but the Rangers. He doesn't have anyone to prove this to but himself. And wow, that really speaks a lot about his character. Okay, he doesn't want to prove it to other people. He wants to prove it to himself that he could be a Ranger. That's actually more characterization than some Rangers get. That's either they planned that or they didn't plan it, and I'm overanalyzing it. I'm probably overanalyzing it. So, yeah, then there's the whole... Then they train in... the stupidest moment in the episode. It's not because it's not like it's enjoyable stupid. No, I mean it's... The character is an idiot. Troy is an idiot. I don't know if secret identities are part of this season or what. But in front of Jordan... In fact, Jake was talking to Jordan when Troy called him Jake. And I don't think Jordan goes to their school or something. I don't know. I saw a bit of a mustache. I don't know if that means he's not in school or what. He might be in school, but I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. Troy calls him Jake. He's just like, Jake. Something. Like, Jake's talking to him. It's like, Jake. If you're trying to keep a secret identity. I know Jake, you didn't call his full name. Whatever it is. But still, it's just... I mean... Really, with that much information, if this were any other season, unless he were Bulk and Skull, he would have become a Power Ranger. Or, well, add Spike to that, since, yeah. Spike should have become the 6th Ranger. I don't care. I liked Antonio, but it should have been Spike. It should have been Spike. Anyway, back to Megaforce. So then they fight. They fight the monsters. Creepox appears, battles Troy. Then they train-ish. They train-ish. They teach Jordan a lesson, I guess. At one point, they try to make you think like Jordan's going to figure out their identities, which would guarantee him a Ranger slot. As long as you figure out the identity of at least one Ranger before their powers are taken away, you probably can become a Ranger. That's why I say before their powers are taken away, because end of In Space, everyone figured out who they were since they told them, but yeah, and unless of course your memory's wiped, like in When is a Ranger Not a Ranger. Yeah, either that or you become a close ally to them. Like you don't want to be a ranger, but you could be an ally to them. It just seems like that. It's like if you didn't know from the beginning they were rangers, and you found out, that's probably 80% chance you're gonna become a ranger. If you know the entire time, about 45%, I don't know. Trying to think. Cam knew them the entire time and he became a ranger. Uh, Haley, sort of, and she didn't. So, most villains know them all the time, but they don't become rangers unless it's... No, I don't think... Has a ranger become a villain? Besides that one time Astronema switched with Ashley and she became the Yellow Ranger for part of an episode? And then became the Pink Ranger in the next season. Can't believe I forgot about that. Wow, that was major mistake. Okay. Anyways, at least I mentioned that she was the Pink Ranger in the next season. I was like trying to think Astronema. Wait, Astronoma's Karan. Karan was in the next. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyways, Megaforce. Where was I? They teach Jordan a lesson, sort of. They go to fight. Troy fights Creepox, all the others fight the monster. We focus on the Troy and Creepox fight, which is really, neither of them are going to, they're gonna pretty much draw, since it's the 4th episode and you're already fighting the, like, I don't know what, for second in command or something. I don't know how the hierarchy of the insects work. Yeah. And so then Troy, the other Rangers get to use Noah's Zords, which turn into extra things to give power to their guns. Which there's only 3 of them, so obviously one of them's going to be left out every time. Uh, with Noah's at least. With the other two already have their guns with the sky or land thing, whatever it is. And then the robot or whatever it is, whatever. And then they fight, they destroy the monster, and surprisingly, the alien insect kept some of his powers after he got giant. He did. He wasn't as fast where you couldn't see him at all, but he was fast. Because most things I hate about Power Rangers is once it gets to the Megazord fight, monster loses all abilities. It just becomes a standard fist fight, fist fight, fist fight, sometimes a laser shot or something. But no, this time the monster was super fast and they had to catch up to it. And so the land people get their bonus Zord power up things. Which means next episode, Troy and Emma are going to get their next power up things. Going viral. Going viral was a. Going, who was the focus of going viral? Uh, it was going viral. Was that Noah? Was Noah the focus? Because if so, Gia and Jake. Gia and Jake didn't get the focus of their own episode since it was a Troy episode. Surprise, surprise, the Red Ranger gets a lot of episodes dedicated to him. I mean, we've never seen that before, right, Mystic Force? But let's see. Then they fight the Megazord battle. They win, of course. And then Jordan tells everyone that he's not a ranger. Nobody believes him at first, but then he says that he wasn't, and they learn from them, and that and that he hopes people will forgive him. And everyone walks away from him. Yeah. Great lesson, Power Rangers. When you confess the truth after you've been lying, people will totally ignore you and leave you, and as much as that's true, that's a bad message to give to kids. I love it when Power Rangers inserts realism into their show and makes it seem like, wow, that was just mean. But that's real life. Real life isn't all nice like Power Rangers. But then Jordan meets Troy, and since Jordan can't recognize voices, well, he might, since he asks Troy if he's met him before. But then that happens, and then Jordan failed at the sensing. You have to sense the things around you, but then when Ernie slips and a milkshake or something, frozen yogurt, steak, whatever, it was in a cup, flies out. Jordan's able to catch it before it hits the ground, so like I'm saying, he would have been the perfect sixth ranger. But Jordan was never seen again. So this is Deweyfin21 saying bye.